Welcome to the postgame show here on the CCIW Network. The home Firebirds ranked number 3 with the sweep against the Green Knights of St. Norbert. Alongside Katie Boston, I'm Peter Ferrari, joined by winning coach, head coach J.W. Kieckhefer. Coach, they showed a lot of resilience. They showed a lot of fight. Different St. Norbert team than we saw a year ago, but even every time they tried to make a run in all 3 sets, you found a way to calm the team down and finish the job. Talk us through that.
Yeah, really proud of the way our group played out there and came together as a unit out there in those tough moments, the way they slowed the game down, the way they communicated at a high level. You know, I think Justin Ishii, Joe Kolwitz did a great job there of moving through the team and getting the team to move in tough moments and play together and find ways to score points in tough situations. So I'm really proud of those two and how they lead and how they led today. You know, Ben Heiss was pretty good when he was out there. 5-0-5 is pretty impressive. You know, Ryan Bartz has done a good job there too, trying to find some range. I think he did a good job finding the line, finding the high cross. He took some good swings there in the pipe, which was cool. You know, and Ethan Sprague, 7-0-10, you know, off the bench. Well, not off the bench today, but, you know, somebody off the bench is normally a 700 number. Pretty impressive. I thought he blocked the ball really well today as well, getting in front of Applewhite and Nelson. So I'm really proud of the way that Ethan's played. And, you know, in the practice gym, he's been displaying this every single day. And the offense from him is something that he's really made some big steps in the last year and 4 blocks, too. Boy, what a day there by Ethan Sprague. That's a winner right there. Really proud of what he does for this team and how he leads this team and how he brings his team together in big moments.
Yeah, I said over the summer, of course, is you're going to have a block party on Sheridan and just have all your block leaders lead the charge, you know.
Ethan's such a good blocker, and like the way his eyes are just so elite. He's just played so much volleyball, and the way he sees the game is really impressive. So not only 4 blocks, but 7 kills. What a day there by Ethan.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Katie?
I mean, you kind of already answered most of the things I was going to ask you because, I mean, some of them were so obvious and stood out. But tonight it seemed like you gave a lot of opportunities to players who don't normally start, like Devin O'Callahan, Carter Gibbons, or Justin Ishii. They really stepped up in that big win. What did you see from that second lineup tonight, and what does their performance say about the depth and the culture of the team?
Yeah, you know, I think we got pushed more than we probably should have in 2 and 3, and I would have liked to get more of our guys that have deserved some time off the bench in there. I think we just got into some pressure spots where we needed to go make some plays and needed to kind of keep the consistency out there to go win it. So, you know, I wish could have gone deeper, to be honest with you. But Ishii was great today. I thought his serve reception was unbelievable all match long. You know, and he gave a shout out to Joe Kolwitz going up and climbing the ladder and saving a bunch of overpasses today too, where he's able to go up and save the ball and get it to a middle front for an easy kill. So I thought Ishii was phenomenal in serve reception. I think as the match went on, his go ball got better and he was able to score more from the left pin, which was sweet. And you know, like I said, Joe saved some balls in the net that really helped us out. You know, we talked about Ethan and what he's done for this team. He's such an elite blocker, but also finding some really elite offense here as he's grown. Something that started a lot for us his freshman year and has found a role in different ways here this next 2 years. And I'm just really proud of the way he plays his tail off for his teammates and is just a incredible human for the guys next to him. You know, Devin O'Callahan, you know, another face that isn't always a quote-unquote starter, was just a rock in serve reception today as well. Yeah. And I thought he was all over the place defensively. Like, he just sees the game at such a high level and is in some really nice places before the ball's hit. So just awesome to see him do his thing. Defensively, he is a absolute wizard back there, just putting balls in the air. And I thought his out-of-system setting was really good today as well. You know, and Gibby did a great job in serve there in set 3. Like, rips off 2 big points there. We're behind maybe by 1. He rips off 2. We get a little bit of a lead there. Really nice job. And he got some really good block touches, I think, in set 2 as well to keep us in that lead there in set 2. So proud of what he's been able to do. He's energizer guy for us as well on the bench and in practice. So you know, thankful we can get some of those guys out there that deserve time, and wish we could have got more guys out there, but we'll have some more time to do that throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, you touched a bit on Devin O'Callahan there. I mean, stepping into that big role that Austin Mallory has, he's been doing phenomenal this year, and Devin O'Callahan coming out in these few games where he has that libero jersey on, he just shows up and shows out. I mean, what would you say about his performance? I mean, you just said there that he did great with getting the tough serves up and his off-block touches. I mean, what are their comments on Devin O'Callahan?
Yeah, 7 digs today. I think he just extends rallies. Like, he finds a way to get a hand there and put it up in the air, and he's just a great leader out of that libero position as well, and so is Austin. But Devin just does a great job of communicating through a rally. His voice is loud. It has that commanding feel to it when that ball is in those chaos situations. And pre-point too, like trying to get in front of stuff with the scout, moving his serve reception around, and trying to find some advantages in those spaces too. He's just such a great leader and commander of the floor in those spaces. And what builds the trust is his ability to go dig balls in big moments and put balls in the air and continue that trust phase of I'm going to be here, you can leave that, and then go make a play. So both in the way he communicates, but just the effort he exhibits every point. That dude's all over the place, diving, covering every inch of the floor for us in the backcourt. So yeah, just the leadership and how he uses his voice to command the floor during rally, pre-point with the serve reception, as well as just his overall effort, just builds a lot of trust for this group, and he's just a spectacular athlete for sure in the libero position.
I started off the broadcast, one of my favorite things you've ever said is you don't have depth if you don't use it.
Yeah.
And the support that your, quote, usual suspects had for the players that got that start today, those depth players. Talk me through how you build that culture here, not to end with the heavy hitter here, Coach, but
yeah.
I think it was so important, especially today.
I think we can continue to be better at supporting each other all the time, and both, in the gym and out of the gym, making sure we have fun out of the gym and get to be around each other and get to know each other at those higher levels outside of the gym, and bringing the energy for everybody who's making plays. The bench mob, as they like to call themselves, is so electric. In the normal, when we play the normal starters, if you will, or whatever you want to call them, the bench mob is electric, and I think that's their time to give back, right? It's their turn to be on the bench mob and have fun. And it's also fun in that space if you make it fun, right? If you choose, right, everything in life is a choice, right? If you choose negativity that you're on the bench and I don't get to play, right? What do I have to do to play? If you choose that negativity, you choose to be sad and you choose to not enjoy the present moment you're in, right? And I think what this group does is they care so much about the guy next to them. They help that person find the presence of this moment and to choose to have fun and enjoy it and engage yourself and your people to really enjoy that second you get to be with. And one of the things we harped a lot on in the scouting report, one of our objectives today is we get to, right? And we get to play volleyball today. We got to compete today. We got to show off how deep this team as a unit. We got to have a bench mob today. We get to be together, and we only get to be together for another month and a half, and then life goes on. And for the 4 seniors we have today, we got to compete today. We got to show off how deep this team as a unit. We got to have a bench mob today. We get to be together, and we only get to be together for another month and a half, and then life goes on. And for the 4 seniors we have, life changed a lot. For the younger guys, it doesn't change as much, but we get to was a big thing for us today, and I think you saw that from the bench guys is they get to be a part of each other's lives for one more day, and let's enjoy every second of it. And why not win? Why not put your best effort forward and find a way to win? So we get to was the message, and I think you saw that from the bench mob today.
Augustana coming up, right back to conference for a quick one before you're out of it again. What do you got coming up? Get ready for them.
Yeah, we talked a lot about recovery, right? Like that trip down to Augustana is brutal.
It's tough.
3 hours and 3.5 hours on the bus there. You play a match and 3.5 hours back. So it's going to be a really long Saturday. We already talked about, we talk a lot about competing in the gym, right? And tonight, how do you compete to recover? What is your hydration level? What are you eating? How are you getting mobility and how are you stretching? What are you doing for yoga, right? How are you competing tonight? How are you competing tomorrow in that recovery phase to be ready for that long bus ride and to be ready to go play a tough Augustana team, right? They only have 1 loss, I think, in conference play. So this conference is so much more improved than it was early in my career, where it was a clear tier, right? Top tier, bottom tier. You get to go somewhere and go, not have to put your best foot forward, and that is just not the case in this year's CCIW, and hopefully the CCIW moving forward. The conference is so deep, it's so talented. You got to go play volleyball and go win sets on the road. You got to go win sets at home. Nobody's a rollover anymore. So, credit to those teams, credit to Augustana. They've come in here and gave us fits multiple years in a row now, so we got to be ready for a war at their place. They always have good energy. They always kind of pack the gym. They always have a lot of fun. So they're not going to be afraid of us, that's for sure. They've never been afraid of the number on the side of our name. Really, nobody in the CCIW has been afraid of the number on the side of our name. So, we get to again. We get to go compete. We get to go enjoy the bus ride because that's always fun. A fun culture moment too is get to enjoy each other's company on the bus. We get to do it one more time, and so let's enjoy those moments and be present and go put our best volleyball forward.
Yeah, Coach, it was a present tonight to watch that game. Good win, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Katie. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
Go Birds.
Again, we'll finish up in short order here. The Firebirds defeating St. Norbert in 3. Let's rack through some of the final statistics of this evening's tilt. Here on the CCIW network, we appreciate you being with us. Team stats, 38-26 kill differential. That hitting percentage, Kate, you mentioned in the pregame, that was going to be the stat to watch. 3.25 to 070.